Hello students. In the last video we discussed about the magnetic field pattern. In the magnetic field pattern we studied three patterns. So magnetic field pattern produced due to straight conductor, straight current carrying conductor. Second pattern we studied due to circular loop, and third pattern we studied due to solenoid. What is solenoid? So in that pattern we studied due to straight conductor we got the pattern concentric circle around the conductor, and from that pattern we got one rule. So that rule we called Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. What is the name of that rule? Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. Then we discuss magnetic field pattern due to circular loop. In that we got the pattern, so that circular loop pass through the board through the 2 points. So around that 2 points we got the concentric circle, and they are bigger and bigger. So at the center what happened? We got the straight line, means it is the X pattern. Then solenoid. So in solenoid we got the pattern like the pattern formed by bar magnet. So like that patterns we studied and factors affecting their strength. So hope you understand student that things. Now today we are going to discuss about electromagnet. What is the meaning of electromagnet? So before discussing electromagnet, in the last pattern we studied solenoid. What we studied? Solenoid. What is solenoid? In the solenoid, a long coil made up of insulated copper wire. What is long coil made up of insulated copper wire is called solenoid. So this is the solenoid. This we studied. If we pass the soft iron core magnetic material through the coil, if we pass the soft iron core, or it is called the magnetic material, through the coil, so what will form? Electromagnet. What will form? Electromagnet. So how we can write the definition of electromagnet? A magnet consisting of long coil of insulated copper wire around a soft iron core that is magnetized only when the electric current passes through it is called electromagnet. So I will write the definition. So what is that? A magnet consisting of long coil of insulated copper wire wrapped around soft iron core. Soft iron core that is magnetized only when the current pass through it is called electromagnet. What is the meaning of electromagnet? A magnet consisting of long coil of insulated copper wire, just now I showed, wrapped around a soft iron core. So this is soft iron core is a magnetic material that is magnetized only when the current pass through it is called electromagnet. In that word electromagnet, two words are there, electro and magnet. What is there? Electro and magnet. So what is the meaning of this? When we pass the current, electric current through the conductor, magnetism is produced. By passing the current through the conductor, magnetism is produced or magnetic field is produced. So that is called electromagnet. Understood, student? What is the meaning of electromagnet? So it is the temporary magnet. What is called? It is temporary. Why it is called the temporary magnet? Because in this we can, according to our wish, we can produce the magnetism and we can vanish the magnetism or stop the magnetism. How? When we pass the current, then magnetism is produced. Magnetic field is produced. If we stop the current, so magnetic field is vanished. So according to our wish, it is we can stop the magnetism, we can stop the magnetic field. So that's why it is called a temporary magnet. It is not permanent. So how it is that? That is, suppose just now I showed. So this is the soft iron core. So on the soft iron core, so in this way, this is the coil. So this is coil. Wrapped around a soft iron core. So this is the soft iron core and this is the insulated copper wire. Insulated copper wire. So when we pass the current through this coil, so what will happen? The current flows in the circuit. And magnetic field is produced around the coil. So such type of magnet is called electromagnet. morning I sent some videos related to electromagnet. If you watch that video, you understood when we pass the current through this coil, it produces a magnetism and the magnetic substances are attracting towards this soft iron core. So this is the electromagnet. Now the question will arise, why we are using here soft iron core in electromagnet? Why we are using the soft iron core? What is the reason? In place of soft iron core, why we cannot use the steel? The reason is there, soft iron core easily magnetize, and when we stop the current, it will lose the magnetism easily. But if we will use the steel in place of soft iron core, so what will happen? Steel will not lose the magnetism easily. So in place of soft iron core, we cannot use steel in electromagnet. So the core of electromagnet, must be of soft iron, because soft iron lose the magnetism easily. What is the reason? Because soft iron lose its magnetism easily when the current flowing through it off. If the current flowing through it is off, then it loses the magnetism easily. So that's why in electromagnet we are using soft iron core in place of steel. Understood, students? Hope you understand this. Now next it is the factor affecting the strength of electromagnet. Factors affecting the strength of electromagnet. Which are the factors? So in previous video we discussed how the strength of circular loop, straight conductor and solenoid affects by some factor. Same way here also some factors are there, those who are affecting the strength of electromagnet. So first it is there number of turns of coil. What is the meaning of this? Number of turns in the coil. Number of turns in the coil means what? So here we use the coil. This, like this coil it is there. So if we increase, so more turns are there. So magnetism it is stronger. Means strength of electromagnet it will increase. If we decrease the number of turns in the coil, so electromagnet decrease the strength. Understood? So what we can write here? When we increase the number of turns in the coil, the strength of electromagnet will increase. This is the first factor, number of turns. Increasing, if we increase the turns, increase the strength of electromagnet. Decrease the turns, decrease the strength of electromagnet. Second factor is there, amount of current. Amount of current. So, what is the amount of current? How amount of current it is? Increase the strength of electromagnet or decrease the strength of electromagnet. So, if we increase the current in the circuit, in place of 2 cells, 4 cells we are using, means amount of current is increased. So if we increase the current, so what will happen? The strength of electromagnet it will increase. For example, simple example, 2 students, they are lifting one table. So how much strength they require, how much strength they are using. So more than that, in place of 2 students, if we use 10 students, what will happen? Strength, it will increase or decrease? It is increase. Easily they will lift the table. But 2 students, they are facing the difficulty to lift the table. But at the same work, if we use the 10 students, so what will happen? Strength it is increased. So easily they can perform the work. So same way here, so if less amount of current flows in the circuit, so less the strength of electromagnet is less. If we increase the current, then strength of electromagnet will also increase. So when we increase the current in the circuit or in the coil, the strength of electromagnet will increase. Understood, student? Now third factor is there. So what is the third factor? The air gap between the 2 poles. The air gap between the 2 poles. What is the meaning of this air gap between the 2 poles? Generally, electromagnet is forming in U-shape soft iron core. You are observing when you will open the transformer. In transistor transformer is there, in music machine, that is the DJ machine is there. In that, if you will open that, you will get the transformer. So in that transformer, what is there? U shape or E shape soft iron plates are there, and in that soft iron their coil is there. So coil is winding on that soft and U shape. So like that. So in this way, like horseshoe magnet, in this way, it is there, and this coil wrapped around this in this way. So this is the electromagnet in this form. So one terminal acts as a one pole, another terminal acts as a another pole. So how much gap is there in between these two poles? On that, the strength of electromagnet depends. So if we reduce the length of air gap between the electromagnet, this gap it is reduced, less the strength of electromagnet it is increased. If we increase the gap, so strength of electromagnet it is reduced. So what we can say, when or if we reduce the gap between the pole, then the strength of electromagnet will increase. So these are the three factors on which the strength of electromagnets depends. So hope you understand, students, this factor affecting the strength of electromagnet. Which are the factors? Number of turns in the coil, amount of the current, the air gap between the two poles. Hope you understand, students. So now we will go on the next topic. Now next topic is differentiate between permanent magnet. So that permanent magnet we call bar magnet, and temporary magnet. So this temporary magnet we call electromagnet. Sometimes they will ask differentiate between permanent magnet and temporary magnet. Sometimes they will ask differentiate between bar magnet and electromagnet. The meaning is same. So that's why I wrote here permanent magnet means bar magnet, temporary magnet means electromagnet. How to write the difference between? So everyone knows how to write the difference. For writing the difference, what has to do? We have to make the two parts. So one part permanent magnet, or it is called bar magnet, and another side it is temporary magnet. So what is this? Electromagnet. So what it will come in that? First point we are writing in that permanent magnet, bar magnet is a permanent magnet. What is bar magnet? Is a permanent magnet. And second, what is electromagnet? Is a temporary magnet. This is the first point. Bar magnet is a permanent magnet and electromagnet is a temporary magnet. Why it is called? Because electromagnet works according to our wish. We can lose the magnetism, it can gain the magnetism. But here bar magnet cannot lose the magnetism. Whatever originally magnetism it is produced in that as it is. There is no change. We cannot increase, we cannot decrease, or we cannot lose. So that's why it is called the permanent magnet. So second, it produces comparatively weak force of attraction. What is it? Produces comparatively weak force of attraction. What is the meaning of weak force of attraction? If you will take the magnet, permanent magnet, or it is called bar magnet or horseshoe magnet, and if you will bring the strong magnetic substance, big magnetic substance, and if you bring near that, so that strong magnetic substance having the more weight than the permanent magnet, so it cannot attract, it cannot hold. But electromagnet it can hold, because in electromagnet we can increase the strong force of attraction by increasing the current. So what we can see, it can produce strong force of attraction. Why it can produce the strong force of attraction? Because this magnetism is produced due to passing of electric current. If more current we pass, strong field it will produce, strong force of attraction it will produce. Less amount of current we will pass, less force of attraction it will produce. So here it is stronger, it is there. But here weak means it is the constant. Any magnet you can take, there is the constant force of attraction. There we cannot increase or we cannot decrease. Third, so strength of permanent magnet. Strength of permanent magnet cannot be changed. What is? We cannot change the strength of magnet. It is fixed, it is constant. But in temporary magnet, strength of temporary magnet can be changed by increasing the current or by changing the current or changing the number of turns in coil. If current increase, what will happen? Strength of magnet it will increase. Current decrease, so strength of magnet it will decrease. Turns of coil it is increase, strength of magnet it will increase. Turns of coil decrease, then strength of magnet it will decrease. So in this way, strength of temporary magnet we can change, but strength of permanent magnet we cannot change. Now fourth point it will come, the polarity. Polarity of magnet cannot be changed. What is the meaning of this? The polarity of magnet cannot be changed. Polarity means pole. What is the meaning of polarity? Polarity means pole. In the bar magnet, suppose this is the bar magnet. In the bar magnet, there it is the fixed poles are there, north and south. So this north and south pole we cannot change. Why we cannot change? Because it is according to north and south direction on the earth. Whatever pole it is settled towards the north direction, that pole we called north pole. And the pole of the magnet which settled towards the south, that is the south pole. So on the earth, whatever north-south direction is there, according to that, in the permanent magnet, the poles are set. We cannot change that poles. Why we cannot change? Why it is settled? So already I gave the explanation in history of magnet. On the earth, there is one magnetic mountain is there. So that mountain having the force of attraction. So suppose that attraction means north-south pole is attraction, south-north pole is attraction. So because of that, that that mountain is settled in the north side, and that mountain is attracting the pole, south pole of our magnet. Understood? So because of that, so it is settled in the north-south direction. Now, in temporary magnet, the polarity of magnet can be changed by changing the direction of current. What is polarity of magnet? Means in electromagnet also poles are there, north pole, south pole. So that poles we can change. If the terminals of the battery, positive and negative, if we change, so direction of flow of current, if we change, then the poles of magnet we can change. So in temporary magnet we can change the polarity, but in permanent magnet we cannot change the polarity. So understood, student? So this is the differentiate between permanent magnet and temporary magnet. So we will go on the next. Now, next we are going to discuss name the alloy. Name the alloy used to make a permanent magnet. Which alloys are used to make a permanent magnet? So magnet is made up of alloy. Now you come to know that permanent magnets are made up of alloy. But which alloys are used for making the permanent magnet? So answer. So what we can say? So in that permanent magnets are made up of the alloy carbon steel. What is the name of that alloy? Carbon steel. Chromium steel. Tungsten steel. Then Alnico. What is this? Alnico. Cobalt steel. And sixth it is there, Nippermug. So generally all the permanent magnets are made up of the alloys carbon steel, chromium steel, tungsten steel, alnico, cobalt steel and Nippermug. So mostly for making these permanent magnets, bar magnets, horseshoe magnets, it is made up of these two, alnico and Nippermug alloy. So what is the meaning of alnico? Which elements are used in alnico alloy? So in that name you will get the name of the elements. What is aluminium, nickel, cobalt and iron. Which elements are used for making alnico alloy? Aluminium, nickel, cobalt and iron. Here Nippermug, nickel, manganese, Mn, then cobalt. So nickel, manganese, cobalt. So using this it is forming the Nippermug. So okay students, these are the alloys used to make a permanent magnet. Now uses of electromagnet. Uses of electromagnet. Where we are using the electromagnet? So first use. In our home, electric bell is there. Sound box is there. Loudspeaker is there. Radio sets are there. Transistor sets are there. In that we are using electromagnet. Electromagnet is used in radio sets, television, electric bell, etc. In these components we are using the electromagnet. Now electromagnet is used to lift heavy loads on dockyard. So electromagnet is used to lift heavy loads in dockyard. Means magnetic cranes are there. In the magnetic cranes we are using electromagnets to lift heavy loads. And it is moving from one place to another place on the dockyard. You know that on the dockyard big containers are coming. That containers, it is not possible for one or two person to lift and keep one side. So for that purpose you are observing from top one plate is coming, that plate is keeping on that container, and then that container will stick to that plate and they are lifting and moving to the another side. So that is the electromagnet. Then electromagnet is used in hospitals to remove iron particles from the eye. Electromagnet is used in hospitals to remove iron particle from the eye. Sometimes in the storm, some iron particles, it is entering in our eyes and it is fixed in our eyes because having it that iron objects having the sharp edges. So due to that it is inserting in the eyeball. So it is difficult to remove. So how it is removing? So in the eye hospital there electromagnet is there. That electromagnet they are moving near the eye. So due to that magnetic substances or that iron particles, it is attracting towards the electromagnet and it is come out from the eye. So in this way we are separating the iron particles from the eye by using electromagnet. And last, electromagnet is used in maglev train. Heard the name maglev train? First time you are hearing this maglev, but you saw this. So what is the meaning of maglev train? So maglev train means magnetic levitation train. So mostly in Japan, Korea, in foreign countries you are observing one train is moving on the wall. Wall is there in the air. There is no wheels. It is works on one rod. Did you observe? That is bullet train. So that works, that is called the maglev train. Means it works on electromagnet. It is on the soft iron bar. So when it is past the current, it is lifted up and on that train it is moving. So this maglev train works on electromagnet. Hope you understand, student. Now next it is there. So magnetism in human beings. In human being. So what is in that magnetism in human beings? So extremely weak current produced in the human body due to the movement of charged particles called ions. Extremely weak current produced in human body due to movement of charged particles called ion, and this current is called ionic current. This is called ionic current. What is called ionic current? Means in our body very weak current is produced due to the movement of ions. In our body ions are there. Iron and ion both are different. Iron means that it is an element and it is an ion. Ion means if an atom lose the electron, if the atom lose the electron, so that atom is transformed into ion. So that ions are moving in our bodies, and due to movement of the ions, charged ions, so current is produced in our body. That current we call ionic current. And due to flow of ionic current in our body, so magnetic field is produced in our body. So that magnetic field is very weak as compared to the Earth's magnetism. Very weak magnetic field is produced. And especially in which organs it is produced? This brain and heart. Where it is producing this magnetic field? Brain and heart. And this magnetism or this ionic current is used to check the internal organs of our body through the scanning, and that technique is called MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. So this word you heard, MRI. So through MRI, our body can scan and they will check the internal parts of our body. Because in our body, what is there? Magnetism is produced due to the ionic current. And with the help of that, one technique is used to check the internal parts of our body. That technique is called MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. So, hope you understand, student, this magnetism in our human beings. Electromagnets, differentiate between them. So, don't forget to subscribe these videos. If you will subscribe the videos, so you will get new ideas. So don't forget to subscribe. And after watching the video, for the present purpose, you have to show me the thumbs up. Okay, student? If you have any doubt, then ask me personally. I will clear your doubt. Thank you and have a nice day.